Brentmore Farm is a very well-known farm. It's been in the family up in Ray Township for many generations. And Mr. Bennett's an amazing person, so we're glad we're able to help him out. But as you can see in this farm, unfortunately, Mr. Bennett had some serious health issues recently. So he just has a lot of horses. He was doing a breeding program with his Arabian horses, breeding program with his Angus cattle. And unfortunately, he's not able to keep up with it. And he doesn't have a lot of help other than the assistance of his amazing neighbors. So I think these are important moments where we have to have crucial conversations with the farm owner, Mr. Bennett, and talk about what can we actually handle? You know, what could he physically and financially be able to handle, and where can we help him? And that's where you are going to see a lot of collaborating between animal control and Mr. Bennett's farm, because we want to be more of a resource for him. I was wondering if we could look at some horses and your cows, your cattle.
Sure.
Because I think you have all steers, right?
No, I have both.
You have heifers too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other ones are not steers, they're bulls. So,
okay.
You know, we made some arrangements with a fence company to come in, and actually, we're just 5 of them so far. We're just trying to get the one to come down the soonest, the quickest.
Okay.
And he's going to come down here and look at the job on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we're also shipping 6 or 7 of the bulls out.
So you're going to
Yeah, they're going to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They should have been gone already, and because everything got from last winter.
Okay.
And then with me with this, and then now it's just been one thing after the other. So we're trying to get it all back to.
Well, that's why we're just trying to see like where we could help you, maybe kind of have a heart to heart, because it seems like you have a lot of livestock.
You want to do a barbecue and you want to do a rustler?
I raised my own cattle at one time, so it's hard. Well, that's why we're going to talk about like maybe lightening the load a little for you, right? Yeah, good. Do you mind if we go walk and look at them?
You can drive, don't walk.
Okay. Do you want to go with me, or do you want me to walk with you?
No, I ain't walking nowhere.
All right. Do you care if I go down there and look?
You can drive down there.
Okay, I'll go drive down there. This is the bay, so see it's like a brown with a dark tail. I mean, those are beautiful bays too, but this one's skinny to me. So we want to go see like, what are we doing here as far as feed? But we want to see the cattle. To see all the way in the back, all those cattle, those head of cattle, those are all his. And you always want to get permission. I mean, he would, he's very cooperative, and our goal here today is to help him out. But we have to see what kind of help we're going to offer, and then the other piece is going to be having a heart-to-heart, because I kind of feel like we're over our head here with cattle. And you're talking bulls, and so these bulls should be separated from each other. They're going to have some problems. And then we want to talk about these head of horses. We want to see how the animals are being housed. And that's an important piece, because how they're being housed kind of dictates, can this person really properly care for them? He's got a good heart, he's a super nice guy, but that doesn't mean that he can care for all the livestock that he has. So we want to see what kind of help we're going to offer him today. Look at fencing, right? So we see what's important is there anything that the livestock can hurt themselves on? So if we see this fence panel, this whole fence panel is leaning, right? And we were out here the other day because the cattle got loose, right? And they ended up on the road. So think of this road that we just drove up and these cattle being loose on it, and an unsuspecting driver flying down and is going to get in an accident. And it's very hard to get the cattle to drive them back off the road, to put them back 3 football fields back into their pasture. That's not an easy task. And you have to know what you're doing, because you're dealing with, these are some bulls in here, which is amazing that they're getting along. But these are all Angus cattle, and then we have little Kaffers, so these are finishing. But we want to do too, so see the bull, see the big, I mean there's a few bulls in there, but that big male bull is going to kind of be the boss. And I like to know how he's getting the feed out here, because that's important. Because as you can see, they're not on pasture. right? So these cows are
840 dispatch.
used
I'll be clear from Wolcott with 1 impound en route back to the station.
in production, so they're going to be for fiber. Then we want to make sure that they're being well taken care of as well. I'd love to see if they'll come over just so you can see how big they are. And these are Angus. Here, Bubba. So these are big Angus cattle. Can you see their hoofs? So one of the things we want to do, so see that in the ground right there, that metal piece? Can you see it right there? These metal pieces, there's grass around that. So one thing when we look at pastures, we want to make sure that there's not things that the animals could get hurt on. You know, and so see this guy's got all these flies on him. But when you see him up close, do you see how big he really is? I mean, he's easily 1,000 pounds, right? So think of that being on the road and then us trying to get these animals from the road and see how far back we are to get them back out into this, to drive them calmly back into a pasture. It's really hard to do, especially when we're dealing with bulls. Right? So bulls, as most people know, unless you're really working with them, they're very hard to work with. You know, they're not easy to be working with. But I just was throwing that grass just so you could see up close. So this is probably 2-year-old. And the smaller ones are going to be, you know, could be last year's or calves. But these are Angus cattle, so this is their meat production. But, you know, really when you're finishing livestock, I mean, they should have been castrated a long time ago. I'm actually impressed, but I see a lot of flies, so, you know, I want to get them, you know, you still got to treat them humanely, right? And that's our big goal today, too. Looks like we have some pregnant mares, but our skinny guy right there, see him walking, he has a halter on. See, he's old, right there, yep. So this little guy, actually not little, but we want to find out what's going on with him. But it looks like we have some pregnant mares out there, which is not going to be great either for him, because that just means more to the carrying up. So there's a few things, and I know you had cattle your whole life too. The only other thing I would kind of think of that, you know, is get the fence secured, which is what you're doing. But if we don't have anything natural for them to like go under, did you ever think of moving them to another pasture or putting something there that, because they're baking in the sun, right? Right. And then we don't have any fly repellent on them or something. Right. Because that bull, he's wasting a lot of energy just trying to like keep the flies off them, you know. Right now, what is there, 18 head of cattle? I think so. Yeah, I think I counted 18. And out of the 18, it was hard for me to tell who's bull, you know, who's not. So, but out of those 18, you said you're getting rid of 6 or 7 of them? Yeah, I think there's 6 or 7, well, probably 6 of them that are bulls. Okay. So do you know when they're leaving? Oh God, no. I mean, I'm waiting for relatively soon. Johnny Will. Okay. Hauls them, but the guy that hauls them for him is also repairs my tractors and stuff. Does he live far? He's in Emmett. But this horse too, it just walked by. That's it looked like a mare. She's really skinny. She's a chestnut. She has a bay, I think. She's bay. Yeah, this. Yeah. Not her. There's another one. Yeah. When I was gone, that horse and then 2 other horses. All came in because of feeding problems with their teeth, because they're old. And when I was gone, everybody just fed them down the line and just gave them a scoop, and everybody just was a free-for-all. Okay. And so that, you know, and so all winter long in the worst part of the year, when there's no grass or nothing to eat, well, not only that, but they're being cheated. I mean, she should have gotten 3 scoops every time she came in to eat. Oh, yeah. And she's super cute. 1. Right. So, I mean, it's been, since I've been back now, like 2 months almost now. He is stopping the breeding program, and he is going to rehome a lot of his horses, which he's already started doing that process. And the same thing for his cattle, because he just physically can't care for them. And, you know, he has over 40 head of cattle out there. And so we just went out there the other day. We helped him load up some of his cattle for the auctions, And then we're going to go back out there. We're going to help the veterinarians. We're going to castrate some of his bulls just because we don't want them breeding. And then he's able to actually get them out to auctions. I think an important piece to mention in these conversations is that, you know, when we think of companion animals, we think of, you know, dogs and cats. And there's a lot of funding out there and grants that are out there to help pet owners. But there's, in Macomb County now that Dr. Kraus retired, there's not a lot of help out there in veterinarians that are large animal that are out there to help. I think what people don't realize post-COVID, even dog breeding, you can't give them away. You know, we have 3 Great Dane puppies that we would have never had before. We had a litter of Basset Hounds surrendered to us. These are puppies that you normally would never have seen in the shelter post-COVID. People are financially struggling. And when you see people out there breeding, you have to have these crucial conversations. That's why in Macomb County, in our service area for Macomb County Animal Control, we have a registration for breeders, of all breeders, whether you're breeding horses, you're breeding domestic pets. And it's because we want to have the crucial conversation with them. No one's coming. Most people are not out there like they were pre-COVID, spending the money on all these designer pets. 2024 has been proven to be the absolute worst year I've ever seen for animal abandonment, animal surrenders, you know, and it's very heartbreaking to me because I don't always know what the remedy is going to be because people are still getting animals, but I think a big piece of it too is that
you would probably have to help them with that one.
we absolutely have to find a solution, which is grant funding or, you know, something that can help people with their pets, right? Then we also have, if you look at all the ingredients that are making up, you know, the situation, the cost of veterinary care has gone up dramatically. The lack of veterinary care, accessibility to veterinary care, that's, you know, unfortunately, there's not as many veterinarians. And if you just think about the average cost of a person taking their pet to a veterinarian nowadays, that cost has gone up substantially. And the average person does not have the funding for that. And I think, you know, all of those components, all of those ingredients are what are making up the, you know, kind of the crisis that we're in. And the only thing we could do at Macomb County that we are trying to find the solution is to have grant funding programs out there, the Pet Food Pantry. You know, we have a grant program for owned pets for spayed and neutered. And then we also have grant funding for shelter diversion programs. That's where we're helping up to $500 per pet to help subsidize medical costs to their pet owners. Because we want them to go to the vet. They don't always have the financial stability to do so. So we have to be part of the solution. Everything can't just be punitive, because then people aren't going to do anything. And I think that's an important piece, you know, and that's what we're trying here in Macomb County.
Okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's on his neck, correct?
No, it's dying though. It's okay, sweetheart. Oh my goodness, you are very cold. Hi. We're gonna help you. There you go. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Let's get you warmed up, yeah? Yeah, so the one will probably have to be euthanized. That was it, right? Only 2?
Yeah, that's all I seen was the 2.
Okay, so the one will probably have to be euthanized because it does not, no, it's okay. Because it doesn't look very well. The other one, we may be able to help it. We'll see, we'll try.
You have a lot of wildlife. They're gonna find, you know, harborage down in those little egress windows, because for them, it's really important to kind of be out of, you know, the elements. And those egress windows really make a really good place for them to be. So people with egress windows, they're important though, egress windows, because obviously it's a form of evacuation out of your house in an emergency. But they also make little homes for all our little wildlife creatures. So we have to be kind of really mindful of that.
Okay. So, these little guys are pretty sick, especially this little one. He's very cold, I know, buddy, very emaciated. Unfortunately, he's not gonna make it. He also looks pretty dehydrated, very dehydrated. Hi, buddy. Can I take a look? Good job, you're okay. He is at least bright and alert and pretty responsive. However, he is also very cold. My guess is that maybe it rained down there. He had no really self of cover. It's okay. I gotcha. But he is also very emaciated, very underweight. But he might have enough fight in him to where he might be able to be saved. So we're gonna see what we can do and try to get them the help they can get. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and keep them covered so that they can try and stay as dry as possible. But anytime these little guys are seen like that and they're in an area where they can't get out of, you really should call, at least try to get some help. Sometimes just you think because they can get out doesn't mean that they always can. So
in the situation with these opossums, these little babies, you have to look at it in these terms. Mom's not coming back, right? So they're marsupials, you know, they're a little pouch. So the mom's not coming back. They're out of the pouch at this stage of their life. So they're just sitting in there, right? And they're in a bad situation because it's raining and a lot of those egress windows will fill up with water. So these wildlife is going to be back there and they're going to drown if there's not a way out, or otherwise you're going to stumble upon a poor disaster.
yeah. He's gone. Yeah. I wasn't sure if he was gonna make it in the trip, but yeah, he's gone already. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, sad you had to die that way.
Well, I can reach out to Michelle and see if she can contact
I
her.
already reached out to her. I reached out to a couple of vet techs too, who may be able to take this one, but it's pretty lively. It's just obviously scared right now, but it's very dehydrated. He's very malnourished. So if we could set him up with even a little bit of cat wet food, I'll get some. But he's cold.
A lot of the time, it's going to be too late for a lot of the wildlife that we see. That's why I tell people, like, if you even had to look in your own backyard, you know, if you have wood piles and it's not nice and neatly stacked in an organized way and off the ground, all it is a recipe for disaster for wildlife. Yeah, they're going to live in it for a minute until something happens, something bad happens. So, you know, at least keep everything nice and tidy so they don't want to take up harborage in your backyards.
I think he'll be okay now that he's like not where he was at previously. You can take the towel if you want. Or do you already have, do you have something already?
Yeah, he probably don't need that.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
As long as he like starts to eat, you know, on his own.
Yeah, I got this stuff. It's got chicken and fish.
We have any like pate too? What about that?
Good.
Try some of that. Put a little kitty in here for him. So he's got something to cuddle up with. Hey, buddy. You're probably not going to want to eat right now, but maybe when it's quieter. Let's try. Do you want to try to num-nums?
Baby food too.
We could try some baby food. I'm sure he's probably not going to eat right now while we're all here. Yeah. That's okay. Here, let's put you over there, okay? See if we can't help you out, little guy. For at least for a little bit anyway. Let's start off with that, and then hopefully we can find a rehabber for him. Yeah, I reached out to Michelle, but she said that she wasn't to cover it. Oh. Nocturnal. They like the dark.
I know. You want his water?
No, not yet. There we go. Give him a little bit of light. Okay.
So what we see a lot of times, especially with waterfowl, is, you know, we're gonna get these calls, you know, unfortunately, like the mom, you know, for some reason is not coming back, you know, so then we have to catch these baby ducks, and it's a task. It's not easy, as you can see, because if there's a body of water or bushes or anything where these little things can get running into, they're moving.
10-4. We have you clear back in service 1449.
It's okay. Come on, buddy. You gotta come this way. You gotta come this way, sweetheart. There you are. Come here. I know you're scared. It's okay. Stay there just for a second. You're okay. Come on, you're okay. There you go. Go to your siblings. Oh, you turds. Wait. Go back in. Stay there. Where'd you go, little one? Oh my goodness. Okay. No. Hang on. Oh, all of you guys are going. Okay. Yep. Tell you what. You guys stay there just for a second. Let me go grab.
Go ahead, Dan. Show me out on Carlsboro.
Okay.
We have you out 1452.
Nope, go back with your siblings. Go back with your siblings. You're okay. Yep. Oh, gotcha. You're okay. Oh, no. You again? Where'd you go? Oh, you're a stinker. Where'd you go, big guy? No. Oh, yes. Oh. Can you come towards me, please?
Sure.
And then let's see if I can scare him this side. No. Come this way. Yep. Come this way. So he can kind of run out towards me. Oh, crap. Oh, man. There we go. Almost. I gotcha, sorry. Oh, you're fast. You're a fast little guy. We're just trying to put you back together. We're just trying to put you back together. There you go. Okay, so we've got 7.
Oh, I'm glad somebody saw them.
7. We just need to make sure there's no more. Do you mind checking on your side to see if you see any others? Hi, Brenda. This is Officer Sanchez with Macomb County Animal Control. How are you? We were able to find 7 ducklings, but it said that there's ducklings in a drain too.
Yeah, well, we don't think so anymore. We sat out by the drain. We didn't find any more ducklings on the ground. We were looking. There were 3 of us looking in the shrubs in the area.
Okay.
And there were like 2 in the drain, and they were chirping and chirping and chirping, and then we didn't hear anything, and after probably about a half an hour, I think they probably drowned.
I can't tell. Problem is that it literally connects all the way out. They could be anywhere. Oh man, let's try. That's really piped in there.
It's a lot of work, and you see that our deputies in Macomb County Animal Control, they work hard, and it's not just dogs and cats. I mean, it's livestock, it's wildlife, and so they're truly dedicated to all of these animals and trying to do what's right and have strong moral compasses. So all these little baby ducks went to a farm with all the other little baby ducks that we catch. And so what we do is we have private farms that will take them on and help raise them until adulthood. So they stay on that farm until they're ready to fly on their own. But, you know, it's a lot to be caring for, because you figure at any given time, it's usually, when you have baby ducks, there's a lot of little baby ducks. They're adorable, but they have to be, under heat lamps and all these things that they have that require them to stay healthy. So there's a lot to it. It's not just catching them and feeding them, right? We have to keep up their body temperatures, and so there's very experienced people that are helping us to be successful. I want to take a minute and thank everybody for watching our show, On Patrol with Macomb County Animal Control. And if you are looking for your new furry family member, please come to Macomb County Animal Control. We need you. Go on our website, fill out our application for volunteering and fostering. Be a part of our success because we need you. And so do the animals.